Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you my July book haul. Alright guys, let's just jump straight into all of the books that I acquired in the month of July. So first off, we'll start with the library books that I picked up in July. I only picked up 2. I'm super proud of myself because I've been getting hit over the head really bad in the past couple of months with library due dates. But however, it's only really because I have quite a few books on hold, but none of them came in really in July, which I know is going to be a disaster because it means they're all going to come in at the same time and then I'm going to have heaps of books due all at once. But in this month, for the sake of this video, I only got 2 books out from the library in July. So the first one that I have is Embrace by Jessica Shervington. So this is the book that I need to read to complete one of my goals for the year. Jessica Shervington is an Australian author. This is the first book in a series. I think it's like a dystopian or, oh, I see angels. I see the word angels. I think it's like a paranormal romance series. I don't know. I've never read anything by Jessica Shervington, I don't think, but it's one I need to read for one of my goals, and so I requested it from the library and it came in this month. And then the last book that I got out from the library this month is The Opposite of Everyone by Jocelyn Jackson. Jocelyn Jackson is an author that I've been really enjoying. I've been trying to read most of her backlist books. This is the next one that I picked up from the library. I don't actually know anything about what this is about because I'm a terrible person and should have looked into it before I started filming, but I didn't. But I really enjoy all of Jocelyn Jackson's books, so I'm sure that I'm going to read this one as well. She writes adult, contemporary, literary fiction type stories, normally have quite interesting issues and things in them, and so this is the last one that I got out from the library this month. Before we get into the physical books that I purchased this month, we are going to touch on the ebooks that I acquired this month. So first off, I actually need to talk about the one ebook that I purchased in June, which I completely forgot to mention in my June book haul, but I did only purchase one ebook in the whole month of June, which was Wildcard by Rachel Vincent. This is the 3rd book in the... Again, I just did this in the last video I filmed. I've forgotten the name of the series, but it's the spin-off series to the Shifters series, which is a adult paranormal urban fantasy series about werecats. This is the spin-off, which is more of a companion series. Each book is kind of following a different... It's much more romance heavy. It's like almost like a paranormal romance, adult paranormal romance series. And this is the next one in the series. It's the last one published. I believe that the author plans to publish more, but she is self-publishing, and so this is the last one that is currently out, I believe. And so I purchased that in June. You may have already heard me talk about this because it is in fact on my August TBR. So I purchased that in June. Then in July, I have 5 things to talk about. They're all, I didn't actually purchase any ebooks in July. They're all NetGalley things that I acquired, which I shouldn't have, but I did. So let's talk about them. So the first thing that I got is called Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker. This was actually, I think it was in the Read Now section. It's not something that I had to like request. It's just something that I saw. And I will admit, I didn't realize when I first downloaded it that it was a graphic novel. I thought it was just a story. But that's fine. It just means I'll have to read it probably on my laptop so that I get the full experience of the color artwork and everything in the graphic novel. So I'll probably just one evening sit down and read the whole thing through from start to finish on the laptop. So this is a YA LGBT fantasy graphic novel, and all I know about it and what drew me in is that it involves a witch who works in a bookshop who investigates mysteries. That's all I know, and that's all I needed to know, and I downloaded that thing real quick. So there's that. And then we have the 4 books that I was approved for this month. So the first one that I have is The Arrangement by Robin Harding. I was really excited to be approved for this because I have read 1 or possibly 2 other books by Robin Harding, which I didn't like love, but I did quite enjoy, and so I'm excited for her newest release. This is a thriller, and all I really know about it is that it deals with a sugar daddy. There's some kind of sugar daddy relationship, sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship going on, and there's some kind of thriller aspect that comes into that. I don't know, it just sounded very intriguing. Like I said, I know Robin Harding as an author, and so I was quite excited to get approved for that one. The next one that I was approved for is called Clear My Name by Paula Daly. So this is another thriller. It's about a woman who is accused of killing her husband's lover, and she's always proclaimed her innocence, always said that she was innocent from arrest, you know, through the trial. She's convicted, she's in jail, been in jail for several years, always has claimed her innocence, and there's now a woman who runs an innocence project who's gotten involved in her case and is gonna obviously try and free her and prove her innocence. And I think we mainly focus on the woman from the Innocence Project and about her looking into this case, but then also dealing with her own secrets and things in her own life that all come up as a result of looking into this case. So that just sounded very, very interesting to me, and very much look forward to getting to that one. The next one is What Happened That Night by Deanna Cameron. So this one is a YA mystery. So it's about, there was a teenage boy who's like the golden boy type of thing who was found dead in the swimming pool. And the next door neighbor, who I think is a teenager as well, I think might be the teenage girl, is accused of murdering him. And I think it says that the only person who knows why she did it, so I don't know if we definitely know that she did it, it seems that we do. The person who knows why she did it is the sister of the murderer. And I think it's all just about trying to figure out what happened, why she murdered this boy, etc. Just sounded kind of interesting. I thought it might be a fun one. And then the final one that I was approved for is Best Friends Forever by Dawn Goodwin. So this one is a thriller, surprise, surprise, but it deals heavily with friendship themes, which you guys know is one of my favorite things to read in books. So it's about two women who are like best friends, and one of them dies, is found dead. I'm not sure if she's murdered or whatever. I think she probably is. And then it seems that the best friend who is left behind is trying to step into the one who was murdered's life, is getting very involved with her husband and her kids, and seems to kind of be trying to take over her life. Which I'm presuming is going to maybe raise issues about how the friend died. I'm not really sure exactly. It just sounded very interesting. Like I say, you guys know I love friendship themes in my thrillers, and so I was excited to get approved for that one as well. So finally, to move on to the physical books that I acquired in July. So the first few that I have here, the first three, are the 3 remaining books from my birthday order that I'd placed in June. The first 2 of them came in June and were in my June book haul, but the final 3 didn't come in until July. So the first of those is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This is an adult romance. I have read this. I listened to it on audio and loved it, and so I wanted to get my own copy so that I owned it, because it was probably my favorite romance that I've ever read. The cat is on the scratching pole. And I just really love this and wanted to own it. So this is a adult romance between a female character with autism who hires a male escort to help her navigate sex and relationships, because she doesn't quite comprehend them the way that most people do due to her autism. And it's about a romance that develops between the 2 of them, and it is delicious and steamy and just a real good time, and I really wanted to own my own copy, and so I got that for my birthday. The next one that I got for my birthday is The Creeping by Alexandra Sirui. So Alexandra Sirui is an author that I have been interested in for a really long time. I kind of want to read everything that she's published so far, and I got one of her other books in kind of one of those pop-up stands a while ago, but I think this is her debut. I don't actually know exactly what this is about, which I kind of am glad for, because I don't like to know too much about like YA, creepy horror, thriller type books going into them, but it looks kind of creepy on the cover, so I don't exactly know what this is about, but I'm excited to get to it. And the final book that I ordered as part of my birthday order is A Man Called Ove. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that, by Frederick Buckman. This is Frederick Buckman is a very popular author. He's one of those authors that I kind of want to read everything that he's published. I own one of his books that I got secondhand, but this is kind of one of his most famous and most popular prior to him publishing Beartown, which is his one that now that that's published that I'm most interested in, because it deals with themes that I'm really interested in. Because all I really know about this is that it's about a grumpy old man. I don't really know too much more than that, but it gets very high praise, and so I've been interested in it for a while, so I got that for my birthday. The next 3 books here I actually didn't purchase. So my mum likes to read as well. She's not as big a reader. Well, most people I know in real life aren't as big a readers as I am. But she likes to read, and so every once or twice a year for different events I'll normally buy her books for her birthday, which she really likes, and then normally once or twice a year I get to go through her bookshelves and find the ones that I haven't read, and if she's already read them then I take them and put them on my bookshelf until I read them. It's a real good deal for me. So I picked up 3 from her shelves this month that she's already finished, that she's read already, that I haven't read. And so the first of those is The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. So I've read The Lake House by Kate Morton, which is one of her more recent books, and really enjoyed it. And that's actually the book that my mum first read of hers. She borrowed it from me and read it and really loved it and wanted to read a whole lot more from Kate Morton. So she's read a lot more from her now. I own one other one of hers on my physical TBR that I haven't read yet. And so I picked up this one, The Forgotten Garden. I don't know what it's about. I just know that it's Kate Morton. And then also her most recent one, The Clockmaker's Daughter. So my mum enjoyed both of these. And like I said, I enjoyed the Kate Morton one that I read before. And so I grabbed those. And then the other one is The Darkest Secret by Alex Marwood. This is a thriller. All I know is that it's about a missing child. I think it might be also over 2 intense weekends. The first is when Coco goes missing, and the second is 15 years later at the funeral of her father. The dark secrets will gradually be revealed. Just sounds like a fun thriller, and you guys know I love thrillers, and so I took that off my mum's shelf, so I'm excited to get to those eventually. Because my mum's read them, she's in no hurry to get them back, so it'll probably be like 5 years until I get to them, but I do have them. Next we've got 2 books from my monthly order, again that I placed last month. Some of them came in that previous month's haul. They were just kind of coming in very sporadically, but these are, no, it's a whole month. No, it's just my normal monthly order. I've got the whole order here. I don't know what I was talking about. Just ignore me. So the first one that came in from that order is Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 4th and final book in the Naturals series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is I think it's young adult, and it's about a group of teenagers who all have special powers, but like not your typical special powers, that help them solve mysteries. I've heard very good things about this series. I think this is the 4th and final one, and so I'm glad to have my hands on that so that when I read that, I've got the entire series. I then also purchased Giant Days Volume 4. You guys know, if you've watched my channel, I adore the Giant Days graphic novel series, and I've been slowly collecting the physical copies because I have just been reading them from my library. So I got my hands on Volume 4 this month. And then the final book from that order is Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Maura Fowley Doyle. I have been interested in this book for ages. I love this cover. I think it is really gorgeous. And all I know is that it's kind of witchy, I believe. And that was enough, and I loved this cover, and I heard that it was witchy, and so I've been interested in this for a long time, so I finally purchased a copy of that. So I then have one more book, which is why I was getting confused. It's just from my most recent monthly order. I thought it would all be in my August book haul, but one of them came in right at the end of July, and so I'll show it in my July book haul, but the rest of the 2 other books will be in the August book haul. So the one that came in was After We Fell by Anna Todd. I own the first book and the third. I think this is the second, and I own like the first, the third, and then like the novella at the end or something. I don't know. And so I just bought this so that I just help complete my collection of it. This is a new adult romance that started out as One Direction fan fiction. The movie came out recently, which I haven't seen. And I've heard this is pretty trashy, but I love a good trash read every now and again. But this is unnecessarily big. Like, this is just a new adult romance. This is over 800 pages, which is outrageous. Like, what the actual heck? But I bought it, and now I own it. So those are the books that I acquired in July. So I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below if you own any of these books, if you've read any of them, if you've got any thoughts on what you guys have been acquiring recently. I would love to know. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. That is all I have for this video today. Bye guys!